Welcome to the VocabVoyage Osprey list. We all know the Osprey, they're the aircraft, helicopters and planes at the same time. I've got 30 words that I've found from news articles and we'll run through and explain them again in the same order, top to bottom, as the list you can see on the PDF you can get. Okay, so let's start. The first word is training. Now, training is something that is provided so you can learn something. If you start at McDonald's, they will give you training so you know how to flip hamburgers and you know how to fry the fries. The soldiers, the military staff, they need training to fly the new Ospreys because it's a new type of aircraft. Okay, next one. Controversy. The Ospreys have seen a lot of controversy. A controversy, adjective controversial, is something that it's big division. Some people like it, some people don't. Controversy, a lot of controversy around the nuclear power plants. Controversy around Article 9 with Shinzo Abe wanting to change it. That's controversy. You either agree or disagree. No middle ground. Next word, military. Military is the army. Military, army, navy, air force. In America you have the Marines, the military, the people charged with defending the country. In Japan, Jetai, yeah? Commonplace. Commonplace, common means regular. Commonplace is ordinary and nothing special. I found this word commonplace in the news article saying the Osprey will become commonplace around Japan. At the moment, just in Okinawa, but they will be doing training, yeah, all over Japan. They will be commonplace. Drill. A drill is a military training session where drill can be a verb where you drill something into someone's head. A drill is a training session and it's a very, very constructed training session about learning one thing. Okay? You are drilling yourself in learning English. Huh? Okay. Nationwide. Nationwide, at the moment, the Osprey are just in Okinawa, but they will become nationwide. What's nationwide? McDonald's is nationwide. Mossberg is nationwide. Lucky Perot is not nationwide, only in Hakodate. If you haven't tried Lucky Perot, try it, it's great. Shoulder. Shoulder is this thing? Not in this list. Shoulder is a verb. To shoulder something is to take the weight of responsibility, to shoulder the responsibility. The Japanese government wants all of Japan to shoulder the responsibility of having the Osprey, not just Okinawa. Host. Host. Who's the host nation for the 2020 Olympics? Japan. Tokyo is the host city. Host is a noun and a verb. A noun is the person who hosts. The verb, to host something, is to provide everything that is required. So the Olympics, Tokyo is providing the stadiums and everything. At the moment, Okinawa is hosting the Ospreys, but the government wants more places in Japan to host them nationwide. Shoulder the weight. Okay, deploy. Deploy is a verb, it's an army word, meaning to send troops somewhere to do something. A couple of weeks ago, the Ospreys were deployed to Sapporo for a training session. My friend Akito on the other side of the camera here, he went to the Osprey thing and it was very crowded, so they deployed the Osprey to Sapporo. After the 3/11 earthquake, Jetai deployed their soldiers to Tohoku to help with the cleanup. Base. Base is a central area where everything happens. An army base is in Okinawa, Futenma. That's the army base. It's where everything is, an army base. A rotor. Rotary means to go round and round. So a rotor, you see on a helicopter, it goes round and round and round and round and round. A rotary car has got the thing in the front, like the RX5, RX3, the Mazda RX5 rotor. It spins round and round. And helicopters are rotary. Aviation. Aviation is anything to do with flying. Helicopters, just the business of flying. Aviation began in Kitty Hawk in the US when the Wright brothers first flew. Although it is rumoured that a New Zealander, Richard Pearce, flew some 9 months before the Wright brothers. Look it up. New Zealand was first. Revolutionary. Revolutionary is a brand new idea. A revolution is overthrowing and brand new ideas. Revolutionary is something brand new. Wow, it changes people's ideas. The Osprey is a revolutionary aircraft because it can be a helicopter and it can be a plane. Tilt. 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 To tilt is to tilt, to lean to one side. The Osprey has tilt rotors where they tilt. So they can tilt up to take off, then they can tilt that way and it can fly straight. Expand. Expand is to grow bigger. So in this list, to expand, the Air Force, the Navy, Osprey belonged to the Navy. The Navy wished to expand the operations of the Osprey. They want to send them to Sapporo and to many different places. It's a bit of a controversy because some of the places don't want the Osprey because there has been history of accidents. So to expand, to grow larger. Range. In this list, a range is how far something can go. Okay? How far an airplane can travel. In this list, it's how far an airplane can travel on one tank of gas. So the range of the Osprey, they can fly from here to here. Okay, so how far planes can fly on a tank of gas, or aviation gas. Traditional. Traditional means the same as something has always been. Traditional. What's traditional in Japan? Sumo's traditional. Hasn't changed. The way of preparing rice is traditional. It hasn't changed. You have traditional aircraft. The Osprey is not a traditional aircraft. It's a revolutionary aircraft. So it's changing the traditions. Protest. We've all seen protests in Japan recently, protesting about the nuclear power plants restarting, protesting about Shinzo Abe wanting to change Article 9, and there have been protests about the Osprey expanding through Japan. It's a controversial subject, a controversy. Strategy. Strategy is the way of doing something. You sit down and you think, how can we do this the best? The army has strategy for war. Teams have strategies for games. If you're playing chess, there's a strategy. You will have your own strategy for learning English. There's strategy, the best plan on how to do something. Fleet. A fleet means a big group of machines. A fleet, Japan has a fleet of Ospreys, the Jeitai has a fleet of vehicles, ANA has a fleet of planes, the taxi company has a fleet of taxis. It's a collective noun for a group of vehicles. Boats, a fleet of ships. A squadron. Okay, squadron is part of the Air Force's fleet. Okay, squadron's a military word. It means a group. Yeah, there are a number of different squadrons. The Osprey, there's a squadron of Osprey. There's squadrons of jets. Mission. Mission is a plan, a job, a task. It's a military term in this respect, in this list. The mission is, 2 weeks ago, the Osprey had a mission to fly to Sapporo and show everyone the Osprey. Japan has missions around the world in supporting in war-torn areas. With the change of Article 9, Japan now can go on missions to defend its friends, America, etc. Navy. Navy is the military that's on the sea. On the land, the army. In the air force. On the sea, the navy. And the Osprey belong to the navy. Official. Official means the proper, accepted, legal status of something. When they make statements about the Osprey, they make official statements where the Navy big boys, they make a statement, so it's official. If it's unofficial, it's just people talking, okay? Official is, it's come from the people who are in charge of something, so it's true and official. Central. At the moment, I'm sitting in Central Ward in Sapporo. Central means the middle of something, okay? So, at the moment, the Osprey are based in Okinawa, but they will be deployed to different bases around Japan, and so they will be a lot more central. At the moment, the Sapporo is the central area of business activity in Hokkaido. It's the middle. Personnel. If you have a company, you have staff. If you are in the army, you have personnel. Personnel is military people in the army and the air force, okay? So when the Osprey came to Hokkaido, a number of personnel came up to organize everything. Safety. Safety is a noun. Safety means providing a safe environment. People are worried about the safety of the Osprey. You always hear safety driving. Buh-buh. Safe driving. Safety driving doesn't work. Safety is a noun. It means it's the state of being safe. Vacate. Vacate. Vacant is empty. To vacate is a verb. It means to leave somewhere. The people in Futama, they always talking about they want the armed forces to vacate the area. The area around Dai Ni Genpatsu, they said to all the residents, you have to vacate from 20 kilometers away. Security. Security is a noun. Security means the state of being safe. So the Air Force and the Navy and the Army, they provide security for Japan. ALSOC, they provide security for firms and companies. Aircraft, anything that can go up in the air. Airplanes, helicopters, Osprey, hot air balloons, gliders, hang gliders. That's about all. The space shuttle. And that is it for the Osprey list. Thank you very much. Remember, you can look at the PDFs and the news stories and put any questions about anything on the VocabVoyage Facebook page. Thank you very much. Enjoy.